week 4, day 1, my practice diary. So, again, continuing from Lenny, from the previous lesson, I continued learning more of the guitar solo. I just realised that I should probably go get the tab, so I'll be back in 2 minutes. So yeah, I probably should have done this yesterday, but I'll show you quickly now what I learnt yesterday as well. So yesterday I learned up to around, I think it was 4. I'm trying to think. Around from this line here, if you can see, to the next page, to around this lick over here. So quickly zoom in on that if you can see, hopefully. So from there. And today I learned from around, I'd say, from the middle of this line here, I'll show you in a minute, sorry. This line here I'm trying to figure it out. From here to, trying to think, from here, so from the middle of this line here to the end of the second line, so the middle of this line here and then the end of the second line. You can see that hopefully. It seems to be changing colour, so it's kind of weird. So yeah, again, this is Stevie Ray Vaughan, Lenny. So I'll quickly show you what I learned today. Oops, my strap came off. Right, so I'll join what I've learnt so far and what I've done today, and then I'll show you, I'll distinguish which is which. So you've got that's what I've learnt so far. So the extra part that I've learnt, it's just hard to kind of separate them because I have to play the whole thing to explain it, but I'll try and see. So I've learnt basically this. Play it again. So I found that part of the song so far, it's the hardest part I've learned so far. It's just so many licks and it's just very strange. You're playing like, you're mixing in like, I'm not sure what this technique's called though, like 2-note stabs. So I'm playing 2 notes there and I'm just stabbing the notes. And it's kind of awkward because during the solo, because it's not really fast, but to get speed on it, I usually do alternate picking. So I pretty much alternate pick the entire solo. Then all of a sudden, I have to down pick. So that's what I found difficult, was just changing from alternate picking and then all of a sudden doing these little quick stabby 2-note down picking strums. I found it very kind of disrupted my rhythm with my alternate picking, so. And then you also have to add your thumb, and I found that very difficult as well. You go. So yeah, use your thumb, so you go. So I thought that was the most difficult part of the song. The way I overcame that was, that, to be honest, that took me around 20 minutes to do that bit. I'm not going to lie, that took me quite a while to do that. I just kept listening to the song over and over again, listening to every little key part, every key part that I needed to learn. And to be honest, to learn a song like this with an instrumental like Lenny, a song that has so many notes and so many phrases and so many different licks, to be honest, you just have to be familiar with the song. If you're not familiar with the song, you're not going to be able to learn it, to be honest. So I just kept listening to the licks over and over again, making pinpoint areas where I needed to, change a few things. And so that was my main focus, was changing from the alternate picking bit to the downstroke stabs. The next bit that I learned, so that took me 20 minutes already. That took me quite a long time. So I forgot to say, I did 5 minutes of warm-ups as usual, so chromatic scales, and then, chords. And then, I spent 5 minutes on warm-ups, 20 minutes on that little part by itself, and then the next part I learned was, so, then it goes, and that part wasn't too bad at all, so you just do, wait, I'm doing it wrong. Oh yeah, this is quite a significant transition as well. So for music theory, the licks that were in the first part of the song, so it started off major, these are major licks, major blues licks. And then up to this point it changes to minor. And then it goes back to major again. You can clearly hear the difference. So there's, and then there's, so that's quite significant, I think. So you're mixing during the solo, you're just interchanging from minor licks to major licks, and that's just quite mesmerising. Great song made by Stevie Ray Vaughan, so that's just a little note that I wanted to add. So I didn't really struggle on any part of that next bit, so you just do, so there's bends, there's hammer-ons and pull-offs as usual again. Slides, 2-note slides. So that's what I've done so far today, and I think that took me around 5 minutes. So 5 minutes on warm-ups, 20 minutes on the hard section that I did, and then 5 minutes on the easier section. And that was my practice diary for today.